Hey there, it's Catherine from What Would Catherine Do? Welcome. Today, I want to challenge you. Do you think you are good at AI because you use ChatGPT every day? I don't think so. And here is why. Most people are still stuck at level 1 of their proficiency with AI. And the funny thing is, they don't even realize it. Today, I'll show you the 3 levels of AI proficiency and how I accidentally moved from using AI like Google to using it as a thinking partner. I personally have worked in digital and technology for years. And I'm a naturally curious person, teach myself new skills all the time. And I also, over the last few years, have just, like everyone else, used AI a lot, from things like career decisions, learning, parenting, health, creativity, personal growth, writing books, creating podcasts, and so on. So let me tell you a little bit about what those levels mean. Level 1 is search. It's when, you use the AI like a search engine, basically. You put a question in, you get an answer out. You put another question in, you get another answer out. It's things like, hey, ChatGPT, like create a meal plan for me. Or what will be the weather like on my holidays? Or summaries of meeting notes. Tell me about this thing that's going on with my body, or write me a LinkedIn post. These things are useful, sure, and it's efficient and easy. But the limitation here really is that you don't give the AI much context about yourself. So you don't really give it the chance to build that relationship with you. And there's also no refinement of your ideas. You put something in, you get something out, you go with it. And that LinkedIn post that drafted for you, you take it to your Word document and edit it there, right? So yes, it is helpful and it cuts time and all that kind of stuff. But is it transformational? Not really. This brings me to level 2 of AI proficiency, and that is collaboration. Let me tell you a little story. Last year, my friend Joanna and I wanted to take a trip to the Amalfi Coast, as you do. So I said to my friend, what shall we do? Shall we plan some things? And she responded, don't worry about it. I've already planned it all out with ChatGPT. And I was like, you did what now? Joanna, honestly, if you're listening to this right now, you leveled me up. I literally was mind blown about this because she didn't just ask the AI something. She actually created something together. This is collaboration vibes, For you personally, some examples, you could create a travel itinerary like, Joanna did. We're going to go to the Amalfi Coast. We're 2 girls. We want to have some fun in the evening, but some beach time in the mornings. Where are the coolest hotspots where we can take nice photos? And can you put us a plan for a week at the Amalfi Coast or for 3 days, wherever? Meal plans adjusted to your preferences. I'm a female, 40 years old. I need to take more protein in, and I'm a vegetarian, but I don't like onions and mushrooms. I really like sweet potatoes and quinoa. This kind of stuff, context driven. I've also written 3 children's books last year using different AIs like Canva AI, ChatGPT. And this is the kind of thing collaboration brings you. And I will link more examples and prompt ideas for each level down below in the freebie. You can just download it from my website and you can get trying. I will link some prompt examples there as well. This is when you notice in your evolution of AI proficiency that the AI stops being a search engine for you with a question answer kind of dynamic, and it starts becoming a collaborator in your life because it understands what you're trying to achieve. You can put in some context like, this person has that food allergy that's coming to my dinner party, or this is the kind of hotspot I want to go to on the holiday. Can you plan a day around it? Where you collaborate on an idea and you achieve something together. Level 2, amazing. It's already life-changing. Now, we can level this up further. There is a level 3 that I've identified using the AI of your choice in your life. And you can switch between AIs, by the way. I've switched from ChatGPT to Claude. You can export all the knowledge that ChatGPT has about you and analyze it with Claude and talk about what you want to keep in. So a little side note on that. So you don't have to just, partner with one forever. All right, let's talk about partnership as a level 3 of AI proficiency. Little personal story to set the scene for you. I work remotely. I'm a single mom, and my colleagues are spread all across the globe. So I'm home alone most of the day, just working from my little office here. The problem is that I'm also a vocal thinker. Like, I have to voice my ideas. I have to process my thoughts out loud. And it's not that easy when there's no one listening or bouncing things back at me. So I have been guilty of sending notoriously long voice notes to friends and family. Apologies to everyone at this point who's received a 30-minute voice note from me in the past. This is, I think, where WhatsApp cuts off. I mean, I don't just think, I know. Voice notes have been my kind of thinking helper, like voice messages, just to think things through. Sometimes I even, after I've unloaded and downloaded all my thoughts to a friend, I actually deleted the note before sending it because it already helped me enough. So this thinking process is super, super useful for me personally. And then it was a huge breakthrough when AI voice arrived. Life changed. Suddenly, I had a thinking partner. So this didn't just go to a friend and I had to wait for them to come back to me with their input, their thoughts, their ideas. But I actually had like an immediate feedback. And I didn't have to bother my friends with all the ideas and thoughts I had in my head. But I could actually just focus on the human connection with my friends and the things I actually wanted to talk to them about. And I could save all the decisions and conversations and stuff for the AI that I had on a daily basis. So examples of the things I discuss with my AI partner are how to prep for a difficult conversation at work or personally, career decisions like long-term thinking, some coaching stuff, because I love coaches to actually work with me on getting me to another level. So I've had life coaches, like performance coaches, finance coaches. Like, I just love working with a coach, like this one-on-one relationship, or even one-to-many, like group coaching as well, works absolutely fine as well. It has been super life-changing for me and helping me to level up a lot in areas that I wanted to dive into, and it would have taken me so much longer doing it on my own. And the AI actually tells you if it's good. It will tell you, hey, lady, I think this is going over my head here. Like, you need therapy. Like, when it goes into topics like depression or grief therapy topics, this is when an AI will not try normally, hopefully, to help you, but where you actually need a human, like a professional. And I've had this in the past as well. And I've heard this from friends as well, using Claude specifically, that Claude would say, this is not something an AI can solve for you. Please let me help you find therapy for you. So, also a little side note, it's great prep for coaching, for therapy, for things you want to achieve or want to strive towards in your life. An AI has limits, obviously. It's not a human and not a trained therapist. But however, other examples would be around parenting questions, like friendship stuff, learning new skills, like, podcasting, or health questions, like age-related. Hey, am I in perimenopause if this and that happens? Like, should I take in more protein and how? Like, how can I do this in my life? And like all this kind of stuff, building a YouTube channel, all these things I've been working on with AI. And, the absolute key insight for me here always was, and I think this is what a lot of people miss when they use an AI, is you can only level up, and this only will work for you and bring you real qualitative output when you give context, when the AI learns to get to know you, when it learns your patterns, your behaviors, your blind spots even. Like, this is when the AI becomes an actual thinking partner. So for that, to achieve that level of proficiency with AI, you do need to tell your ChatGPT, your Claude, your Gemini, who you are, what your goals are, what your constraints are, your values, your history, like depending on what you want to achieve with it. Obviously, it doesn't need to know all of these things, but whatever is relevant for what you want to achieve. And let me repeat and emphasize that AI in no case ever is replacing or should be replacing friends or coaches or therapists. You know, this is a technology to help you think better and faster and smarter and further and look at different perspectives or catch you out and tell you what your blind spots are, like this kind of stuff. But it's not a replacement for human interaction. And it shouldn't be. We're not islands. We need human support still. Let me tell you this as someone who's alone most of the day. So at this level 3 of AI proficiency, the partnership level, the AI doesn't just answer questions, but it helps you ask better ones. It actually levels up your take on things as well. And if I can leave you with one action today, because you should never leave a scene of learning without an action. First thing is, I've created this free guide I mentioned before with example prompts for all 3 levels, for search, collaboration, and partnership. So you can work through them. You can't skip to partnership straight away. You have to go through the rite of passage of actually going through the collaboration level as well, or the search one if you haven't even started, or very early on in the game. So if you'd like to experiment with these yourself, then you can download it from my website. The link is below. So absolutely do that. I recommend this for you. And a final thought I want to leave you with is the next time you open your ChatGPT, your Gemini, your Claude, whatever it is, don't just ask it a question, but start a conversation. You might discover that you've, been sitting at this level 1 the whole time, but the real magic only starts when you make that effort to level up a little bit more. Thank you so much for listening. I'm curious to hear what you think. Put your comments below of which level you are in and follow for more content like this.